We were just going to keep it short with just those ones, but this one popped up and it's kind of been bubbling kind of an interesting sect on TikTok and other stuff. But you guys familiar with On the Radar? Like it's kind of like a rap music blog.
Yeah, a little
kind of
bit.
freestyle type thing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's owned by a white dude. I think he's white. He's white passing. His name's Gabe P. And they do like freestyles and what. But recently they platformed this guy, this music producer who's produced for 𝗗𝗘𝗘𝗧𝗦. He goes by 𝗣𝗵RLD. And he essentially said soul music sampling is overrated. And it kind of goes into the previous thing a little bit. And so let's watch this.
If you sampling a soul record, get that bullshit out of here. No one's trying to hear that. I hate soul, anything, boom bap. Yeah. Get that unk shit out of here, bro.
What kind of ish?
Unk.
Oh, he's calling it old.
Oh, okay. So,
well, you know, when you have no
Our
soul, you know, you're very dismissive of soul samples.
Come
and
on,
things
man.
that,
Yeah.
you know, like when you just out
He must not have been listening to music in the last couple months.
No, he doesn't listen to.
Like he can't be serious with this comment. Like there's no way. I can't even take this serious. You can't be aware of music and make that comment.
And the reference was so it's full context. The question was, what about music is overrated?
Okay.
And so he said, you know, people that are chopping up and making music with soul records. And so he's getting dragged right now on TikTok.
As he should.
Respect.
And who is this guy?
He goes by EMRLD EMRLD
He's a producer.
Produced for 𝗗𝗘𝗘𝗧𝗦.
Okay.
And stuff like
that narrows it down.
But
Yeah, music with no soul.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I guess my question would be real quick is like On the Radar, because of the backlash, deleted the video off of all their socials.
Yeah.
Stand on it.
Struck a nerve.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, what responsibility does this platform have? Would you rather them keep the video up and let him continue to receive whatever he does, or do you take it off? Because I think you just leave it up.
I would leave it up and make an example out of this dude.
Make him stand on it.
I would make an example out of him. I would have people do research. I would have people check his credibility. I would leave all of that up.
Yeah.
Because a comment like this actually is more detrimental to him. Like it really makes you look like an idiot when you say something like that as a person that's been, you know, somewhat established as a producer or claimed to be that. I'm just going off, you know, what we talked about.
Got a few credits.
Yeah, got some credits under him. So he's a part of hip hop, if you will. So to say to say this with a straight face and to say get that out of here.
Yeah, his face isn't straight.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Leave him up there. Yeah, leave him up there.
Yeah, to me, this is one of those situations where you know how a lot of these younger producers are so into not sampling at all. So it's almost like he feels like he's more superior because he's not sampling, but you're making a simplistic beat that just has drums and bass and some kicks and stuff behind it. And you're trying to make yourself feel more elite. And honestly, it goes to show that your actual music knowledge is trash, because how can you not like a soul sample? Now, it's one thing to produce without them and not care to use a sample and produce, but to just say that all soul samples are trash and you're producing for a down south artist. I think 𝗗𝗘𝗘𝗧𝗦's from New Orleans.
I don't know where he's...
Or somewhere. He might be from somewhere in Louisiana.
Yeah, we'll have to check, but yeah, I'm not sure.
But, I mean, those areas use samples. Especially
samples are used everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Every region, every part.
Even a state right above or adjacent to them, Tennessee, which houses 3 6 Mafia,
who
samples and who pretty much own the sound right now. If we want to be 100, that just sounds stupid to me. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a handful of different conversations that have been popping up. One, obviously, around the dude just being how he looks and the couple records that he's done. Right? Yeah. He's from Tennessee.
Yeah, 𝗗𝗘𝗘𝗧𝗦.
Yeah,
okay. Yep. But also how he looks, but also just kind of like the fact that he is a young white dude in hip hop and he is profited off of it. You'd think that he would have the statements
awareness.
are coming out, have more awareness around the things that you're saying, and you know, like how important soul music is. And just to the
hip hop culture, essentially,
where everything comes from, essentially. So
but you got to remember what's the line, Jay? What's the line you always say where you talk about people that want to be
more famous than rich?
Or they just rather be their fame is more important than being great.
Yeah, or when I say great, I mean doing your due diligence, studying what you're a part of. That kind of goes in there. He obviously doesn't care about that.
But also the platform is like, no, like for you to take this down because what he said was so ridiculous. Like, no, look, stand on. There have been things that, I don't know, maybe one of us have said on here that might have been considered a little bit wild, but like we stand on it. Like that's what we said. It's we don't start clipping things out because it's unpopular. Like I think that is cowardly on behalf of the actual platform.
You know what's crazy too about this this video is this is the same guy that probably uses sample packs. That's the irony in my mind.
I don't know
because
what he does.
I'm sure. I'm just taking a guess on this one alone. I'm sure he's had some sample packs that drag and drop, and he's talking about
kits. Yeah,
he's using. Sometimes they have sample packs that have samples that are already chopped, and you just drag them in and put drums underneath.
Can we actually listen
might be
to
one of those
the songs
guys
that he produced?
No.
no.
But I will say, I will say that I did.
Said no.
But I will say that
I want to hear what he do.
Well, there's plenty of time outside of the show, and everybody listening, he's not getting any streams from us.
And he's not worth a copyright strike.
Well, no, it would be something that we have to be cut out anyway. I just want to hear what he does.
He actually, there's an Instagram video of. I went to his Instagram and it was like EMRLD and it was kind of.
This is vibey, bro.
It wasn't. Like. You're just hating right now. You don't know. Quit.
I'm just guessing, man, based off that dumbass comment.
Stop hating.
Oh, that's cold. I like that.
I love pills and Percocets. Yes.
Put an orchestra behind pills and Percocets.
That's not his orchestra.
Yeah.
I mean, like, did he write that sheet music?
If I were to take a guess,
Pills and Percocets.
That sounds straight to me. That doesn't sound bad.
No, I mean,
it's straight.
Orchestra samples are cool, but
Orchestra what?
soul samples aren't.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, who knows? Maybe he played all that stuff with his VS. Maybe he played it all. We don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We don't know.
We don't.
I'll investigate more later. I just wanted to kind of hear where he was coming from, if he had a case at all.
I mean, I think
comment's still stupid.
I don't know any of his music outside of those records that I've listened to, or that with the orchestra, and I was like, it's not bad. That part is not bad. Now, the Pills and Percocets lyric is absolutely hilariously bad.
That's crazy.
But
I like the setup with the how he had it when he on the podium. That was dope. That got me. That was fire. I like that.
So, anyways.
Yeah, but
that comment's still stupid.
But to say this and to be so dismissive of what came before you is a problem. Yeah. And like I know everybody thinks that like anything that came before them is useless. I
he's a kid too.
He's a kid. But at the same time, it's like, once again, there's a lack of self-awareness that a lot of young people have, especially when they've received a certain level of success in the industry. And they think, well, what I'm doing works, so anything that's not that must be trash. Yeah.
Everybody's not embedded in the culture that they take part in.
For sure.
That's been
just have to understand that.
It happens often with these newer cats. It's like it's almost like they get a red badge of courage because they don't know.
Yeah.
And that's weird to me.
Yeah, I'm actually less like upset with his comments because I feel like in the situation here, it was probably just kind of wasn't super serious in the way that he answered it.
He was laughing too much for me.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I don't think he was like actually in a conscious, like, let me think about this answer. I think he was just kind of goofing around saying the stuff. Now, does he still have a responsibility? Yes, of course. But like, he's also a kid. So like,
when we say kid, how old are we talking?
That's true as well.
That's a very good question. That's a very good question right there.
I was gonna no. Let me not.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But I would say, like, I try to give like the young kids a little bit of bail, like, or a little bit of leeway on that. I was more interested in this whole thing about the platform taking the removing the content because they were pushed
cowardly.
back.
That's very cowardly.
And I was like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. So
yeah.
All right.
No, that's how I feel. I think it's cowardly. You should have left it
a certain way.
And plus, it's the internet. Nothing ever goes away. It'll always come back to you.
Yeah, I found this clip after it was deleted. So
it's still out there. So I mean,
shouts to all the producers that like took this and then like spliced directly into like a soul beat. So that was kind of cool.
I wonder if I can't wait till Ninth see this one. He'll do a side by side joint. That'd be interesting.
Ninth doesn't have time for this.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.